Elly here from Thankful Flow Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me for another YouTube practice. So today we are doing an all levels morning Vinyasa energy flow. So this flow is perfect for getting the energy moving in the morning or any time of day. And so yeah, getting the energy moving in the body, stretching, strengthening, reconnecting with ourselves, our breath, bringing awareness into the body. So leaving you with that sense of feeling energized, reset, and maybe a sense of just calm and relaxation as well to bring with you into your day. So we're going to start with coming into a cross-legged position, or you can bring the legs out in front. Just make sure that you're comfortable. So finding that comfortable seat, and we're going to rest the hands either to the knees or the thighs with the palms facing down. And then you're going to close the eyes or just take the gaze out in front. And begin with observing your breath. So as you breathe in through the nose, notice if the air feels cool or warm. Notice where the breath travels to within your body. Starting to send your gaze inwards. Relax and soften your shoulders. Let your sitting bones sink down into the ground. Seeing if you can breathe into the belly, letting your belly expand with your breath. So feeling the belly getting bigger like a balloon, filling with air on your inhale. And drawing back in on the exhale. Balloons getting smaller and smaller. So inhale, breathing into the belly, letting the belly expand. And exhale, belly's drawing back in. And scanning into your body, notice how your body feels today or this morning. And it's okay to notice anything that you want. There is no right or wrong thing to be aware of. Maybe you're noticing not just how you're feeling physically, but maybe observing mentally, emotionally, what kind of feelings are there. And we'll start to set our sankalpa, which is our intention for this practice today. So that could be something personal to you, or you can set the intention with me today, which is going to be connecting with a sense of trusting that you always have been, always will be enough. So you are enough. You always have been enough, and you always will be enough. Opening the eyes back up now if you had them closed. We're going to bring the hands to this neck and shoulder area, which quite often can feel a little bit rusty in the mornings. I don't know if rusty is the right word, but you probably get a sense of what I mean. And we're going to just massage this area a little bit, especially if there's any parts of this area that feels a bit tight or tense for you. So just giving yourself a little massage. Again, if this isn't something that you normally are used to doing, then it might feel a little bit strange, but trust me, you get used to it and it does feel good. So giving yourself a little massage here, and then just resting the hands on this area. And we're going to take some of our neck rolls. So exhale, drop the chin down towards the chest. And then gently roll your right ear over towards that right shoulder. And again, if it doesn't feel good to keep the hands here, you can always release them. Remember to listen to what feels right for you. Exhale, drop the chin down to the chest. Inhale, roll the left ear over towards the left shoulder. And again, you can continue massaging, taking any nice movements that feel good for you. Once more on each side, rolling the head over to the right side. And then to the left side, last one. Noticing the neck and the shoulders, noticing the muscles, noticing any resistance, what is alive for you. Exhale, drop the chin back down to the chest. Inhale, lift the head. Release the hands, take a couple of little shoulder rolls here. Now bring your legs into a wide leg position on your mat. It really doesn't matter how wide your legs are coming. Come to about 70% of your maximum. If you need to have a little bend through the legs, you can also use blocks and props to support you. So under the hips or under the knees if you need to. Then we're going to bring this right hand. It can either come to the outside of the right leg or the inside. And inhale, sweep the left fingertips up, lift up and out from the waist. As you exhale, we're stretching over to the right. So your stretch could be looking like this. Be mindful to keep the space across your chest. Maybe if you want to come a little bit deeper into the stretch, you can tuck that right arm underneath. Maybe the left fingertips reach the right toes, but make sure that you're shining your heart up towards the ceiling. Never forcing anything. So we're still at the beginning of the practice, so really honor those movements that are going to feel nourishing in your body. And floating back up to center. Let's take it onto the other side. Inhale, reach the right fingertips up. Exhale, stretch over to the left, allowing that right side of the body to open up, heart shining towards the ceiling. Notice if this side feels different from the other side. And that's actually really common. It is very, very common that our bodies are different on different sides. That's okay. You're not alone if that's you. Oh, well done. And come back up to center. So taking a little fold forwards now. So I want you to try and really keep the toes and the thighs. So we've got our femur bone facing up towards the ceiling. So we're keeping that alignment. Inhale, reach the crown of the head upwards as you exhale. See if you can take a fold. Your fold could be looking like this. There could be a little bend in the legs possibly. If you're coming lower down, of course you can. But again, just really feel into what's feeling right for you. So opening into the hips and the groin. And maybe on your inhales, finding a little bit of length. And on your exhale, softening into your fold. So gently waking up the body. Getting that energy moving. So taking one more breath here. Inhale, lifting and lengthening. Exhale, folding, softening the body. And then inhale, walk the hands back in, come up from the fold, and we'll bring the legs back in together and move into tabletop position on your mat. And just start to flow into some cat and cow movements. So inhale, maybe opening across the chest. And exhale, rounding through your spine, pressing your hands into your mat. Flowing between your cat and your cow. Again, getting a little bit creative here if that feels good too. So maybe making these movements into some kind of circular movements, moving into the side body as well. Just moving with your breath. Try and allow your breath to lead the movements. Maybe being aware and pausing of any areas where there could be A little bit of tightness or tension stored. Our body has a memory just as our mind does. It stores things, it stores memories, it can store stress, emotions, experiences. So really letting go and allowing some of that to be emptied out in our practice by having an embodied movement practice. Now coming back to a neutral spine position, ground through your right hand and thread the left arm underneath. Bring the left side of the head down to the mat. If that doesn't feel right for you, you could always take a block or come into a seated twist instead. An option today to bring the palms of the hands together and press them in together in your twist. So again, checking in with whether something feels right for you. If this feels too much, then stay with the hands connected to your mat. Next option here is to maybe reach that right leg away from the mat, so we're hovering it, working into a little bit of balance and stability. Keep breathing. If you're rolling over onto your back, then no worries. It's all part of this practice. Learning to maybe have some fun with it. Bring the right leg back into center, well done. Release the hands. Really press that right hand down into the mat as you unravel, coming back to center. Take a deep breath here, inhaling and exhaling. And we'll move on to the other side. So thread the right arm underneath the left, right head comes down to the mat. Option to keep the hands grounded or bring them back to that prayer position, palms of the hands pressing together, really feeling that twist through the spine. And then option to maybe hover that left leg away from the mat. Breathing into any wobbles and shakes. Try not to hold your breath. Lots of strength and stability and stretch here and balance. All the things. All the things going on. And bring that left leg back into center, well done. Start to unravel, press the left hand into your mat, come back to all fours. Tuck the toes under now, walk the feet in towards your hands. And let the head hang down, so coming into a forward fold, bend the legs as much as you need to, take a little bit of gentle movement. And then bringing your left hand down to the mat, bend into your right leg a little bit more, sweep the right fingertips up, finding a twist. Option to have the left hand on a block here to support, send your gaze up to the ceiling. Release the right hand down, bring the right hand to the ground or a block, bend into the right leg a little bit more, inhale, sweep the left fingertips up, follow with your gaze. Reach the left hand back down, keep some softness in the legs. Inhale, slowly curl the body up to standing with a rounded spine. Draw the belly button in towards the spine as you come up. Lift your head up, last meet into Tadasana mountain pose. Reach the fingertips up to the ceiling, lift your heart away from your tailbone. Exhale, fold forwards, coming into Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands float down to the mat. Step the feet back to plank. Flow through your version of Chaturanga. So inhaling into either an upward facing dog or a cobra. And then exhale, hips are lifting into a downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up, finding three-leg dog. So your three-leg dog is maybe just hovering that leg away from the mat. Maybe you're opening into the hip space and sweeping it right up. It really doesn't matter where that leg is. So be in your three-leg dog, whatever that is for you today. And then we're going to step this right foot through between the hands. Reach the fingertips up, finding a high lunge. Lift up and out from the waist. Open out now into wide leg position with the toes pointing towards the corners of your mat. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up to the ceiling. And exhale, sink down into goddess, cactus the arms. So we're trying to track the knees over the toes. Inhale, lifting and lengthening, float the goddess. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, float back down. So as you sink down through the legs, think about drawing up and in with your core, pelvis drawing up and in towards the body. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, grounding down. And last one, inhale, floating up. Exhale, ground down into your goddess. And then bring this right forearm to the right thigh. Stretch over to the right side. Inhale, back to center. Left forearm to left thigh. Take that stretch over to the left side. Inhale, back to center. Release the legs, release the arms, point the toes forwards, hands come to the hips. Inhale, reach the crown of your head upwards. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Prasarita Padottanasana. So maybe you're coming down to halfway point. You could have your hands on some blocks. Maybe the hands coming down to the mat. And if they are, then I invite you to walk the hands over to the left side. Maybe they even hug around this left leg. Finding that stretch here. Breathing into the backs of the legs. Walk the hands back over to the right side. Maybe the arms are hugging around the right leg now. If you're not taking this option, then breathing into that prasarita, bringing some weight into the balls of your feet. Come back to center, bring the hands back to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest, keep the spine long. Start to make your way back up. And then we're going to pivot so that the right foot's at the front of your mat. And bring your weight into your right leg. By all means, take a wall to help you balance here if you need to. So that right hand could be coming to a wall. And we're bending the left leg in, and this left hand is coming to the left foot, maybe to the inside of that left foot. If you need to use a strap, you absolutely can. So either using the wall, or here you can reach the right fingertips upwards. So we're finding a quad stretch and some balance. Again, possibly working here, or maybe you start to take a little bit of a back bend. So you press your left foot into your left hand. Keep the chest lifted to begin with. So find that spinal extension first, and then maybe the chest drops a little bit, finding our dancer pose. Remember, you can keep a bend through that right leg if you need to. Well done, and releasing. Take a big step back, so we're back in that high lunge. Hands come down to the mat, step back to plank, flow through your chaturanga. Inhaling upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling back to downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up, find your version of three-leg dog. And then float the left foot through between the hands, reach the fingertips up, finding your high lunge. Lift up and out from the waist. Open out to wide leg position, toes pointing out. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, float into goddess. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, sinking back down. Inhale, lifting and lengthening. Exhale, grounding back down. Last one. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, grounding back down. Right forearm comes to the right thigh. Take that stretch over to the right. And back to center. Take the stretch over to the left. Feeling that burn in the thighs and the legs. Back to your goddess. And release. Well done. Point the toes forwards. Hands come back to the hips. Inhale, lifting the ribs away from your hips. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Fold forwards. Keep the spine long. Shift the weight into the balls of the feet. And everybody just hanging down in their Prasarita Padottanasana this time. Or having the hands on blocks. Breathing into the backs of the legs. On your next inhale, start to lift the chest, bring the hands back to the hips, really ground the feet down into your mat as you lift back up. Deep breaths as you come up. Pivot the feet so you're facing forwards on your mat, and again using the wall here. So we ground into the left foot and the hand comes to the right foot. It can either come to the outside or see if you can get it to the inside. This helps to open our right shoulder. So maybe you're working here, finding this quad stretch, or maybe you're inhaling, reaching the left fingertips up now, and then seeing if you can press your right foot into your right hand, just creating this little back bend. Maybe you start to drop the chest and find your dancer pose. But again, there's no option that's better than another. Take what you need from the class and leave anything that you don't need, anything that's not going to serve you. Well done. And releasing. Take a big step back, find that high lunge. Hands come down to frame the front foot, step back to plank. And flow through your chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, come back to a downward facing dog. Taking a child's pose here if you need to. Inhale, this time we're going to sweep the right leg through. We're bringing this right knee to the outside of the right wrist. Coming down into pigeon. So this right heel could be tucked in or it could be underneath. So just seeing how the right leg feels, especially this right knee joint. So just checking in with how that feels, taking any blocks to support you, where there's any gaps between you and the ground. And you always have the option, if this doesn't work for you, to take a lying pigeon on your right side. So you're hooking your right leg and taking that lying pigeon position there. Okay, so take what you need. If you're in your pigeon, folding forwards, breathing here into the hip space. Scanning into the hips, the legs. And then starting to ground your hands into the mat. Maybe seeing if you can tuck under the back toes. And we're going to lift back to a downward facing dog, or just meeting back in your downward facing dog, whatever feels right for you. Take a little pedal out through the legs here. Take a moment to reconnect with your breath. Coming on to the other side, so left side pigeon, so left knee comes to the outside of the left wrist. Slide that right leg back. Take the positioning with the front leg that feels right for you and be mindful of your knee. Taking a lying pigeon if you need to. And then folding forwards. Breathing here. Maybe coming back to that sankalpa, that intention that you set at the beginning of the practice.
Knowing that showing up on your mat today, giving it your best. Maybe you had a little wobble, maybe you fell out of some poses today. And just honouring that showing up on your mat for this practice, being present in this moment, listening to your breath is more than enough. Lifting the chest, grounding into the hands, tuck under the back toes, seeing if you can lift or meet back in a downward facing dog. And then we're going to drop the knees down to the mat. Exhale, lower the chest and the chin down so you're lying on your belly. And then bend in this right leg. If it's accessible, take the hand to the right foot. If not, you could always use a strap here, or just do it without the strap or the hand. Taking this quad stretch, press the hips down into the ground. Breathing here. Try and relax the head here as much as you can. Closing the eyes or taking a steady gaze. Release the right leg. Bend the left leg in, same again on this side. Relaxing the upper body as much as you can, pressing the hips down into your mat. Releasing that left leg, grounding into the hands, just lift yourself back up. We're going to come back to a comfortable seated position on the mat. I want you to close the eyes and bring the fingertips down to connect with the ground or to blocks. This connection to the earth. Softening the gaze or closing the eyes, taking some slow, soft breaths. Finish this practice today, again from the comfort of the book by Matt Haig. This one's called What Your Breath Tells You. You are enough. You need no more than you. You are more than how you are seen. You are who you are in the dark. You are who you are in the silence. You do not need to buy or train or earn your acceptance. You are enough. You are a cosmic miracle. You are the earth witnessing itself. You inhale the air and accept yourself as you accept that air as a part of the natural order of things. You are the mind that exists in the act of changing. You are possibility in motion. You belong here. You are where you need to be. And you are enough. And just bringing the palms of the hands together now. To close off the practice, we'll connect the hands with the ground, honouring being in the present moment. And then opening the eyes back up when you're ready, taking a steady gaze. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice, for waking up with me, if that's what you've used this flow for. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed this. Do comment and feedback to me. I love getting your comments and hearing how you're getting on. You do subscribe to this channel, it's completely free. There's links below to other flows on here that you might like, and other things that I offer. So yeah, I can't wait to see you again to practice very soon, and yeah, I hope that left you feeling energized and refreshed for your day. And yeah, take care.